Hey, what's good, everybody? How y'all been doing? Hopefully, you guys been enjoying this winter that we've had wherever you guys are. Um, Today actually is a little bit warm in the DMV. Last couple of days actually has been a little bit warm here. So it looks like we may actually be blessed with an early spring. Fingers crossed that happens. If not, I guess we just gotta wait a little bit longer. But this video is going to be kind of short. I'm not going to be doing much in it. I'm just kind of talking to you guys and giving you guys small updates on all that's been happening, what I've been up to over this little break. Um, Main thing is I want to introduce to you guys another car um, that I've had for some time. And hopefully this year will be the year that I can put the stake, or whatever you want to call it, in this particular project. Turn the camera over to you. Some people may know already what it is that I have, but it's a 91 Acura Integra. I've had it going on 20 years almost now. And it's been a long project, and I've enjoyed the process, but I'm kind of to the point now where I want to really wrap this thing up. And it actually went a lot further than what I anticipated ever when I bought the car. It was just supposed to be an intake, which is the same intake right there in Lowering Springs. That's all I ever was supposed to do to it. You guys can kind of see the engine bay now. Got like a mild wire tuck and stuff like that on it. So yeah, it evolved over the years into this build, which I'm happy with. I'm grateful for. It's a little dusty. That's why it looks a little ashy or whatever. I gotta give it a good cleaning. What's up with that? But yeah. So just this build is something that I want to introduce to the channel and want to go ahead and finish it. I may not be able to do it this year, but I do have plans on selling this car within the next year and a half, 2 years. It's funny, man. It's spent so long building it. I was able to drive a fair amount and enjoy it because for a while when I was in junior college, this was my daily, my second year in junior college or whatever. So yeah, I was able to enjoy the car over those 20, almost 20 something years. So it's not one of those deals where a car just sat and I never really enjoyed it. I have felt and witnessed power of Honda's VTEC, and it feels good. There's a lot of rare parts on the car because I was one of those guys where you see it's just dust in here from me sanding, of course, and just settling. But yeah, I've always been one of those guys that's got to have rare parts. I should have put this thing on the charger. Maybe, well, not maybe, but the next video we do with it, I'll start it up so you guys can see it running and everything. And I actually have a genuine spoon shift knob as well for it. I got two sets of these seats, front seats. These things are mint. These came all the way from California. Long story there, but they came from California. So let's get to it. A little bit I will show you on the beloved Skyline real quick if you guys are wondering. So I was able to get this put all together, back together, and I got the factory rubbers and spacers there. I know it's supposed to be a video about the Integra, and somehow I just gravitate back to the Skyline. But yeah, it came out really well. This is the trunk when I want to go OE plus, and this is the one when I want to go full drag style or modified style. Nothing's wrong here. This is not defect. It's just dust, as you can see. Needs a good washing. And this is the one from the videos when I was painting those pieces. I don't know if it shows up. It probably does now, but I'm in the light. But the pearl effect and everything is like perfect, man. Like, this is where the whole car, the direction of this car is going to go. You can see the reflection. You can see the reflection in the paint. And there's not even no light really there. And that was done with the Black Widow gun underneath of this one. So that's natural sunlight. But I don't know if yeah, you can see it glistening. You can see the pearl in it. And that's how it's supposed to be. So eventually the body and everything is going to get to that point. This is the lip that I reshot. Oh yeah, that's good. You can see it now. You see the pearl in it. But the camera and all isn't doing it any justice because it's not just gold or silver flake in that pearl. That's actually blue and purple mixed in there as well. So it's a very nice, nice color. So more project later. This video is really just dedicated to introduce the DA to the channel and just go over it a little bit. I've been on a small tear as far as getting stuff for it. Finally had the money and the coin to get PCI front upper control arms for the DA, and actually was able to splurge, well, not splurge, because this was all in the plans of what I was wanting to do. It's always hard to do with one hand. They always say that on YouTube, and they are telling the truth. Of course, I would get the one that ain't freaking open. Hold on, guys, because I don't want to mark this stuff up. So able to get the lower control arms with the full spherical bearing setup in it, so it should help this car rotate. And when it gets down to doing the work on the car, I'll show you guys the reason why, especially I wanted to replace this in the front upper. So I got that for the car. Also what I needed, I'll show it when it's time to. I got the 2 rear tires that I needed, just pick those up. So that's good. So pretty much the suspension on this thing is going to be done minus an alignment. Something that I had an epiphany on, and I wasn't really happy with it. I haven't been happy with it for some time, but it actually started giving me problems. And I finally figured it out, but then I have more problems, and it's just me, I guess. I don't know. Old wiring. But that's me trying to do the semi wire tuck on the car. Just hide the wires. But I am going to go ahead and spend the money and get a raw wire harness. I have the money, I'm just saving it right now. It's funny is when you get older, you get tight with your money and you just try to save. So that's in the works right now. Get the wire harness. When I do that, because I'm going through, let me go back up and I'll show you. I'm jumping around a little bit now, but I'm through OBD1. So right now, if someone was to look at this car and didn't know, the gray plugs, that signifies OBD1, just the style, because I think OBD2 on these Hondas is gray plug as well. It's just the style of the plug. But here, someone not knowing, especially with the bumper and all, they would look at the car and be like, oh, okay, it's a 92 3 DA Integra, but it's really not. It is a 91. But I wind up, when I did the jumper wire and all that stuff in the car and went Honda, I would just hit up the junkyard, man, and I would just pull plugs, pop plugs, depin them, or just cut them, or whatever I wanted to do, and just get them back here and depin them, and just converted the car underneath all to like OBD1 pretty much, except it's really not. But with the raw wire, it's going to go true OBD1. So I got to get injectors. I think these are 320s or 310s, and I can't remember when you, with the OBDO and OBD1 injectors on these B-Series cars, if it went 320 OBDO and 310 OBD1. Either way, I got to get true OBD1 injectors. So I'm going to go ahead, cop those. I got like a Walbro 190 fuel pump. Yeah, it's not a 255. That'd have been way too much fuel for the setup that I have. So it's just a 190, but it does really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that squared away. And last little to show you guys, I have been busy on the freaking Skyline. This is a brand new, let's see, you guys can see it in focus. It's a brand new harness from Wiring Specialties up there in Connecticut. Shout out to all my East Coast companies, man. Really, because I feel like the East Coast, yeah, that's it right there. All brand new, minty fresh, man. Not wire damage or nothing. But we'll get in depth in that when it's time to. Anyways, like I said, shout out to the East Coast, because it's like we don't get any love sometimes, I feel like, with the import scene. But we do it pretty big up here too. Last big purchase that I want to show off right now is the Leask Spec Sump, extended Sump that I got for the Skyline. So that's just, when it's time to talk to you guys about it, I definitely will show you the process that it's going to be to get that fitted to the and I got some other stuff, but ain't no need to really show that off. I'll just wait until I'm ready to start doing it, and then I'll show you guys all that is going on, because I'll do separate videos for it. Last thing, I can't stay away from, like, attracted to it, but let's see, get this up out of the way. Might see it now a little bit better. Like, stay up there any other time you would stay. So yeah, and I got the freaking front of the motor of the RB ripped apart, because I had plans on yanking that oil pan, but that's a process as well. So I mean, yanking the oil pump off, but I didn't know it. And again, when I get to that video, I'll show you. But if you guys are curious, you can look up RB oil pumps. They have something on the bottom where it doesn't clear the pan. So you pretty much got to drop the pan all the way out of the car. And once I realized that, and I was able to get that Sump on sale, like a Black Friday sale, I just went ahead and got it and just said, you know, it's going to be something that I'm gonna wind up doing. Just do it right the first time and not have to worry about it. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Like I said, I kind of wanted to do a brief introduction on the DA, because that's going to be a part of the channel, especially as the weather continues to break in the summer gets here. And you know, I can just show you guys a little bit what's going on with that action. Yep. So that's going to be it for this video, like I said. And we'll pick back up hopefully in a couple of weeks, not too much longer now. And like I said, I can get cracking on this thing here, get that done. You know, it's been like I said, it's been a process, and it's been a fun process. I learned a lot, made a lot of friends and connections and stuff. I feel like it has served its purpose, and I'm just ready to move on. And also, the funding of this stuff, man, is not cheap, you know. So I was fortunate to pretty much have this thing complete by the time I was able to get this other project car. But now I'm ready to get rocking really on the Skyline, and just like I said, just move on with life. But anyways, guys, hope you are having a blessed and wonderful winter. You're enjoying yourself and your family and your friends. I love you guys. Keep it easy. And like I said, hopefully see you guys in a couple of weeks. Peace.